Hi, good morning. We're here. It's 12 noon here in Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Irma Ochoa, and this is my assignment for Leadership and Ministry class with Dr. Clancy Hayes. And here with me is Pastor Leslie Danji. He has a doctor's degree in Information Systems Management. He's been a Sunday school leader. He was in the U.S. Army as overseeing 200 soldiers. He worked in quality assurance and analyst in the city of Goodyear, and he has been a teacher in the University of Phoenix as well as the Virginia International University. And he's about to answer some of my leadership questions. Right, Pastor?
Yes, that's
Thank
right.
you. Thank you for being here with me.
Thank you for having me.
So my first question to you will be, how did you get into leadership? Is this something that you always dreamed? Like, when was your first jump into ministry as a leader?
It started back when I was younger. God opened some doors, and my church back in Philadelphia asked if I could be the Sunday school superintendent.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time I was 19 years old, and I was like, I'm not old enough,
No.
but they saw some leadership qualities inside of me. So they asked if I can do it, and I said, why not? So I did it.
Wow. What are the challenges of being a leader? What have you seen as the most challenging things in being a leader?
Well, being a leader, there's a lot of things that are challenging because you have your own insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
And if you let your insecurities lead the way, that could be a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things is you have to make sure that you put aside your insecurities and trust God.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing is people look at you as a leader, so they're expecting the perfect person.
Mm-hmm.
And none of us are perfect.
Yeah.
So what we have to do is rely more and more on God for direction as opposed to what people are expecting us to be.
Yeah.
And when we rely on God, that actually helps us to be perfect like they're expecting us to be,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, so people's expectations.
People's expectations are, it's overwhelming at times because you cannot be what they want you to be.
Mm-hmm.
But what I found is the more you rely on God and focus on God and not on what they're expecting you to be, that helps you to attain that level of accountability,
Wow.
if I can put it that way.
As I see that you have been a leader in the secular world,
Mm-hmm.
is it the same there? Is it the same as a leader everywhere?
No, the secular world is more cutthroat, but you're kind of expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
The Christian world is more subtle, and you're not expecting it.
Oh, okay.
So when it happens inside of the Christian world, it's like you're really blown away and it could devastate you. You can actually lose your faith because of it.
Mm-hmm.
But when it happens in the secular world, you're like, yeah, I kind of expected it, so I'm okay. So those are the differences.
Awesome. What have been the rewards as a leader? What is the most rewarding thing for you?
Well, for me, I like to see the change that happens because of what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most valuable thing. Money, all these other accolades and stuff like that, they're nice, but what I really enjoy is seeing lives being changed and transformed because of me being in tune with God or my wife being in tune with God, you know. So that's what really motivates me. That's what gets me going.
Awesome. And finally, I get to ask one question that for me is important.
Mm-hmm.
And that question is, how do you handle having family? And because I understand you have a wife and 2 children, and so is it hard to be a leader at church and to be a father and a husband? How do you combine those things?
Well, it's called basically time management.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to allocate time for all these different things, and you have to be intentional. So it is hard, but I found that once I'm strategic or once I'm intentional about it, I can actually get it done. So I take time for my wife, I take time for the kids. I have jobs that I need to take care of and get done, the assignments and the different things that are required of me. So it's all about making sure that you have good time management, but most importantly is that you trust in God 100% because He reminds you of things to do. Even though you have your times set and all that stuff, God actually talks to you and says, "Hey, don't forget this." And it's like, yes, thank you, Jesus. So you go get it done. So, yes, great question.
Thank you so much for agreeing to this interview. I appreciate your time and great job.
Thank you.
See ya.